There was a moment when we sat in our kitchen late at night after our son finally fell asleep, and neither of us said a word for almost 10 minutes. We were exhausted in a way that sleep could not fix. We loved our son more than anything, but we felt emotionally overwhelmed, mentally drained, and honestly completely lost. Every day felt like survival mode. School struggles, meltdowns, sensory overload, therapy appointments, sleep problems, constant worrying, and the feeling that nobody around us truly understood what our family was going through. And the hardest part was the guilt. Because even while feeling overwhelmed, we believed we were supposed to stay strong all the time. If you are an autism parent and you feel emotionally exhausted sometimes, we want you to know something important today. You are not failing. You are caring far more than most people realize. And in this video, we want to share what finally helped us move from constant survival mode towards something healthier, calmer, and more sustainable for our family. When our son was younger, we kept telling ourselves things would become easier once we understood autism better. We thought, maybe one therapy, one school change, or one breakthrough moment would suddenly fix everything. But what actually happened was very different. Autism parenting was not one big challenge. It was thousands of small challenges happening every single day without pause. Loud environments, sleep deprivation, emotional regulation struggles, constant advocacy, unexpected changes, public judgment, school meetings, fear about the future. And underneath all of that was something we rarely talked about openly. We were emotionally overwhelmed almost all the time. Eventually, we realized that if we did not learn how to support ourselves too, we would burn out completely. If you are parenting an autistic child and sometimes feel exhausted, isolated, or emotionally overloaded, please subscribe to our channel at https://www.youtube.com/@neuroparenting-b4p. We share honest experiences, emotional realities, and practical advice from our journey as parents of an autistic son, so other families feel less alone. One of the biggest reasons we became overwhelmed was because we spent years trying to do everything perfectly. We researched constantly, we worried constantly, we analyzed every behavior. Every decision felt enormous. Should we change schools? Should we start another therapy? Are we helping enough? Are we missing something important? The pressure became endless, and honestly, part of the problem was that we stopped seeing ourselves as human beings with limits. We became full-time problem solvers. But parenting an autistic child is emotionally intense because the challenges are often unpredictable. You can plan an entire day carefully, and one sensory trigger can suddenly change everything. That unpredictability keeps many autism parents in a constant state of emotional alertness. We did not realize how much stress our nervous systems were carrying until it started affecting every part of our lives. We became impatient more easily. We slept poorly. We stopped enjoying simple things. Even moments of calm felt temporary because we were always waiting for the next crisis. One of the hardest things about overwhelm is that it often builds slowly. At first, you think you are simply tired. Then you become emotionally reactive. Then small problems suddenly feel huge. Then one day you realize you are functioning, but you no longer feel emotionally present. That was the moment we knew something had to change. The first practical thing that helped us was accepting that we could not control everything. This sounds simple, but emotionally it was extremely difficult. For a long time, we believed that if we just tried hard enough, researched enough, or planned enough, we could prevent every difficult situation. But autism parenting does not work that way. There will still be meltdowns. There will still be setbacks. There will still be difficult days. Once we stopped chasing perfection, we finally began breathing again emotionally. Instead of asking ourselves, how do we prevent every struggle? We started asking, how do we support our son through struggles when they happen? That shift changed our mindset completely. It reduced guilt, it reduced pressure, and honestly, it made us calmer parents. The second thing that helped us was creating routines that supported the entire family, not only our child. For years, every schedule revolved entirely around survival. And while our son absolutely needed structure, we slowly realized the parents needed support too. We started protecting small moments of recovery, not huge breaks, not perfect self-care routines, just small moments. Drinking coffee quietly before the day started, taking turns handling stressful situations, going for short walks, sitting together after bedtime without discussing problems for a few minutes. These moments sounded small, but emotionally, they mattered enormously. Because constant stress without recovery eventually becomes burnout. And burnout affects the whole family. The third thing that helped us was learning that overwhelm often comes from isolation. For a long time, we felt like nobody truly understood our daily reality. Other parents talked about activities, vacations, and milestones that felt completely different from our experience. Meanwhile, we were focused on sensory regulation, emotional meltdowns, school advocacy, and survival in public spaces. That isolation became emotionally heavy. Then something changed. We started connecting with other autism parents, and honestly, that changed our emotional world. For the first time, we did not need to explain every detail. Other parents already understood. They understood why grocery shopping could feel overwhelming. They understood why school mornings could become emotionally exhausting. They understood the constant mental load. Feeling understood reduced our stress more than we expected. Sometimes what overwhelmed parents need most is not advice. Sometimes they simply need validation. The fourth thing that helped us was changing how we viewed difficult behaviors. In the beginning, every meltdown felt like an emergency. Every difficult moment felt like failure, and honestly, that mindset increased our stress enormously. Over time, we learned that behavior is communication. Our son was not trying to make life difficult. He was overwhelmed. Sometimes sensory overload became too intense. Sometimes transitions felt emotionally impossible. Sometimes social exhaustion built up all day. Once we stopped viewing behaviors as battles to win and started viewing them as signals to understand, the atmosphere in our home changed. We became less reactive. Our son became more emotionally safe. And stressful situations de-escalated faster. That does not mean difficult moments disappeared, but our response changed. And that made a huge difference. The fifth thing that helped us was allowing ourselves to grieve the expectations we originally had. This was emotionally difficult to admit, not because we wished for a different child. We love our son deeply, exactly as he is, but many parents quietly grieve the life they expected before understanding autism. We grieved simplicity. We grieved predictability. We grieved the idea that parenting would feel easy or socially understood. And honestly, once we allowed ourselves to acknowledge those emotions without shame, we began healing. Because suppressed emotions do not disappear. They build pressure internally. Accepting our reality helped us stop fighting against it emotionally. And strangely, acceptance created more peace. One thing we also realized is that autism parenting often creates chronic hypervigilance. Many parents become constantly alert, always monitoring, always preparing, always anticipating possible problems. Over time, the nervous system never fully relaxes. We experience this constantly. Even during calm moments, our mind stayed busy. What if school calls tomorrow? What if there is another meltdown in public? What if people judge him? What if we are not doing enough? Eventually, we understood something important. Living permanently in survival mode was harming our emotional health. So we started focusing less on controlling every future possibility and more on building confidence in our ability to handle difficult moments when they happened. That emotional shift reduced anxiety significantly. Another thing that improved our situation was lowering unrealistic expectations. Not expectations for our son, expectations for ourselves. We stopped expecting ourselves to handle everything perfectly. We stopped comparing our family to neurotypical parenting experiences. We stopped measuring success by outside standards because honestly, autism parenting requires a completely different emotional framework. Success for our family sometimes looked like a calm grocery store visit, a successful school morning, a meltdown that ended safely, a family outing without sensory overload, a peaceful bedtime. And those moments mattered deeply. One of the most important changes we made was learning to celebrate small progress. In the beginning, we focused so heavily on challenges that we overlooked growth. But growth was happening, slowly, quietly. Our son learned to communicate needs more clearly. He learned coping skills. He became more emotionally aware. And we as parents changed too. We became more patient, more observant, more empathetic, more resilient. Looking back now, some of the things that overwhelmed us most were not autism itself. It was the pressure to explain, the pressure to justify, the pressure to appear strong, the pressure to meet expectations that were never realistic for our family. Once we released some of that pressure, life became emotionally lighter. Not easy, but lighter. Another practical thing that helped was simplifying our lives wherever possible. We stopped overloading schedules. We reduced unnecessary commitments. We became more protective of our family's energy. And honestly, this improved our son's regulation too. Overstimulation affects entire families, not only autistic children. Creating calmer routines helped everyone. We also learned that asking for help is not weakness. For a long time, we tried to carry everything ourselves, partly because we felt responsible, and partly because we feared judgment. But nobody can sustain constant emotional stress alone forever. Whether help came from family members, therapists, support groups, or understanding friends, accepting support mattered. Even small support matters. One conversation, one break, one understanding person. Sometimes, that is enough to help parents keep going. We also became more careful about the information we consumed. At one point, we were constantly reading frightening stories online about autism, worst-case scenarios, negative predictions, constant comparisons, and honestly, it increased our anxiety tremendously. Eventually, we started focusing more on balanced information and real understanding instead of fear. That improved our emotional state significantly because fear-based parenting creates constant panic, and children feel that emotional tension too. Something else we want parents to know is this: being overwhelmed does not mean you love your child less. This is incredibly important. Many autism parents feel guilty admitting exhaustion because they deeply love their children. But love and overwhelm can exist at the same time. You can adore your child and still feel emotionally drained. You can feel grateful and exhausted simultaneously. Those feelings are not contradictions. They are part of being human. There was also a moment where we realized we needed to stop waiting for life to become completely easy before allowing ourselves moments of joy. For years, we kept thinking, things will calm down later, things will improve later, we will relax later. But autism parenting often involves long-term uncertainty. If we postponed every moment of peace until life became perfect, we would never experience peace at all. So, we started appreciating small good moments more intentionally. A shared laugh, a calm evening, a successful outing, a conversation with our son. Those moments became emotionally important anchors. One thing that truly changed our family was shifting from survival mode into connection mode. Instead of constantly focusing only on fixing problems, we focused more on understanding our son's world. What made him feel safe? What helped him regulate? What environments overwhelmed him? What brought him joy? The more we understood his nervous system, the less chaotic life felt. And honestly, understanding reduced fear. Because uncertainty often creates overwhelm. Knowledge creates direction. If there is one thing we wish every overwhelmed autism parent could hear, it is this: you do not need to carry everything perfectly. You do not need to become superhuman. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to struggle. You are allowed to ask for support. And you are allowed to care about your own emotional health too. Because parents matter. Your mental health matters. Your nervous system matters. And your well-being affects the entire family. Looking back now, the biggest improvement happened when we stopped trying to fight reality and started building a life that actually worked for our family. Not a perfect life, not an easy life, but a more sustainable one, a calmer one, a more compassionate one, and slowly, that changed everything. We still have difficult days, we still experience stress, we still worry sometimes, but we are no longer drowning emotionally the way we once were. Because now we understand something we did not understand before. Support is not only for autistic children, parents need support too. And finally, if you are overwhelmed right now, please remember this: you are doing better than you think. Even on the days where everything feels messy, even on the days where you feel exhausted, even on the days where you question yourself, your love, your effort, and your persistence matter more than perfection ever will. If this video helped you feel less alone, please subscribe to our channel at https://www.youtube.com/@neuroparenting-b4p. We share honest experiences, practical advice, and emotional support from our journey parenting an autistic son. And we would love to have you with us in this community.